Well, good morning. Here I am again. Thank you, Susan, for the lovely reading. In this talk, I'm going to be referring to some things that is one of White Eagle's inner teachings done on December 13th, 1949. And adding some of my own insights or whatever. White Eagle says, "We come as a messenger from the world of spirit, and the message concerns the Christ Mass. You may all feel a particular spiritual power today and realize in your hearts that a special outpouring of the spiritual sun falls upon the earth now. It doesn't just come at Christmas Day. It's here with us now, and I think can't be the only one that feels this feeling of the Christmas spirit, the joy, the brotherhood, the peace that seems to be stronger at this time of the year. I always try to get my house decorated, my tree up, and I've done most of my Christmas cards so that I can, at the end of the month, sort of concentrate on feeling this, allowing myself to feel this great mystical energy, power, whatever you want to call it, the Christ Spirit. As Susan read, we say with authority that Jesus was born on Christmas, born in flesh, a messenger from other spheres of life who came to the earth and was the vehicle of the holy, mystical Christ God incarnate. But there is another aspect of this holy mystical spirit, because it is universal. It's just not for Christians alone. This mystical spirit is universal for everyone of all faiths. The story tells of the stimulation by the heavenly powers of the human heart. At this time of the year comes a heavenly outpouring of love and wisdom from the Holy and Blessed Trinity, known throughout the ages as the Mother, Father, Son, the three aspects of the Godhead. Nearly all people can feel this outpouring, but in different degrees, according to their sensitivity or their point of spiritual evolution. At Christmas time, in particular, the Divine Mother, as well as the Divine Child, pour forth the love, the joy, and the sweetness of the spiritual life. For this reason, the heart, or the human love in everyone, becomes stimulated, and there is a desire to think of others, to make contacts which will renew goodwill and kindliness amongst you all. We say, O children of earth, never, never close your heart to this great inflow of light at Christmas time. Actually, Advent is a time of preparation for the mystical birth of Christ in you. This time of preparation, this time of Advent, is beautiful indeed. It has its own spiritual significance. It binds the human family together as the heavenly family is bound. The light shines from the heavens and enters the cave of the chakra of the heart. There the light gives life to this spirit child, renews the Christ life. It is not enough that you accept this truth with your mind. You must accept and believe with your whole being. And as the other reading said, humankind cannot progress much farther until they understand the mystical significance of the Christ Mass. Men and women have to give birth to the Christ child. As you know, the way to avail yourself of this spiritual life force, which is the counterpart on the spiritual plane of what you know as electricity, is to respond with all earnestness to the Christ Mass. Therefore, you must at Christmas time particularly not only think of feasting and present giving and goodwill towards your neighbor, but you must also think of the season's great spiritual significance, the great spiritual dispensation which comes to mankind at this time. For now you can receive in fuller measure this spiritual sun, this stimulation of the Christ, of the spiritual life force. I like to think that this field of energy is what Jesus plugged into to heal the sick and to perform miracles. I'm not sure White Eagle doesn't tell us how to plug into this field of energy, because it's probably different for each one of us to be able to do that. But it is within it's our destiny, you might say, because Jesus told us that what he did, we would be able to do things that he did and even greater. So we don't want to limit ourselves into understanding what our great potential is. White Eagle says you have a direct link, a direct contact with that Trinity above. As you realize that, put aside all analysis by the intellect. Go direct to the holy, blessed family in the spheres of light. Feel in your heart this contact. It will be like plugging into an electric plug. Your whole being will respond to a new spiritual inflow, a life that comes from the source of all life. Realize the power of the divine presence. May you rise up during this Christmas, not as physical, but as divine men and women. Again, I'm going to repeat something that Susan said. Children of earth, this mystical love, this beautiful gift of God, is hovering over you and is particularly with you during the Christ Mass. In the quiet of Christmas morning, may you remember our message. The gift of Christ Mass is for you. It will be unfolded in your heart. A little more wisdom will come, and you will be connected to the spiritual life force. So in these days leading up to the Christ Mass, may we let each day be seen as a pilgrimage where we can confirm our commitment to releasing everything unlike love in ourselves. And as we go into our communion, we're going to have a little bit different communion today. Or I don't want to say communion because it's a meditation. That we're going to do using our power of visualization and imagination. Imagine that you are laying in bed, December 25th, Christ Mass, and you get up before the dawn, before the first rays of the new day come to caress the earth. Take yourself outside and turn to face the direction of the rising sun. Go into a simple prayer. Close your eyes. Stand with your arms at your sides and the palms open. Breathe deeply into the body. Relax the mind and begin to say within yourself, the birth of Christ is at hand. Father, I accept fully your will for me. Your will is only that I be happy and use time to extend my treasure. Now I receive the warmth of your light and your love. Stand and wait. Receive the warmth of the light. Drink the solar energy in through every cell of your body. Then, when the whole body, from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, is filled with light, gently open the eyes of Christ and let yourself see a new world, a new beginning. Amen.